Do you know that next year it will be our 10th anniversary? Graduated almost right here.
Yes, it's been 10 years. I remember very well because it was the first month that I got to UAE, to Dubai.
And now, fast forward 10 years, how do you feel about it?
I'm glad that I did it, first of all. It was an amazing experience.
So you could meet me.
Exactly. I could meet you and a lot of other friends that I'm still in touch with. So, and I mean, it was short. It was a short experience. I think it was 1.5 years. It was very intensive, but when it's finished, I think you feel it was a short period of your life, and it was very fulfilling.
I think that's debatable. I felt those 13 months will never finish, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
It depends
It was intense, you're right.
It depends on at which stage in your life you are. Again, like I was lucky because I just moved to Dubai.
Interestingly enough, a couple of days back, an ex-colleague of us at LinkedIn reached out to me saying that he's considering doing it.
Yeah.
And whether it's something I would encourage him. When people ask me about that, I would say timing is everything.
Timing is very important.
So first and foremost, different executive MBAs can probably bring different things to people.
Yeah.
What I can talk about our experience of this year is an intense one. When you talk about 13 months, it's 13 months of presence, of making sure you attend, you read, you invest in yourself, you engage, and you build relationship with the people, because relationship is what stays with you.
First of all, you need to look at the purpose, why you want it. It's very important. You need to understand, again, in your career, are you doing in order to learn new skills? Are you doing in order to meet with new people? Are you doing in order to change a career journey, maybe to go to a completely different journey? This is very important to understand.
The single most, I would say, the statement that someone has said that stayed with you and sometimes you go back to it.
Remember the leadership, Professor Charles, he said at the end of the class, he said, please don't underestimate your impact as leaders, as company managers, as leaders to the other people's life. This stayed with me also. Like you have a big impact on the other people's life. I always try to keep it good.
I have one.
Yes, admit.
And I remember at one point in time, I don't remember the name of the professor who was giving the class, but he asked us about relationships. How do you define relationships? And everyone I started trying to throw an answer. One of the answers was like, yeah, like we know each other, that we probably, if I'm selling a certain product or service, I can position it to my peers or my colleagues in the class. And he was like, relationship is access to knowledge. And that's stayed with me. Why? Because today, when you have access to knowledge, when you have access to people, when you have access to information, you might not know the answer, you might share with someone else. So that stayed with me.
This is about the content. I think the content-wise, no debate, it's very valuable. The journey is another experience, I think. And again, the network, I wouldn't underestimate that one. I wouldn't just see, as you mentioned, that the real relationships that you develop, because it's not that you meet somewhere and you just exchange business cards. You go through a 13 or 14 month very intensive period together with different, people from different experiences, cultures. You have 57 nationalities.
And I will finish with one thing, probably, is like, whatever fits you, whatever is good for you, always be learning.
Yeah.
You want to learn through an executive MBA, do that. You want to learn through an online course, do that. You want to learn from having a good conversation with a colleague or a friend, do that. Do not get into your comfort zone by saying, I know everything at this point in time, I don't need to. Yeah, that's exactly what you should have.
And the best part of this executive MBA, I think, is that it offers you this door and opportunity, not for only the duration of this period of the MBA, but after that, you still have access to the people, your friends, and your professors, the community. You become a part of the community. And I think that experience of learning motivates you further.
Yeah, thank you.